What looked like an ordinary family gathering quickly became one of the most talked about BTS moments of 2026. At first glance, fans saw 7 members sitting together, smiling, relaxed, and happier than ever. Everything seemed perfect. Just a warm reunion. Just another beautiful memory. But within minutes of the photo appearing online, armies around the world started noticing something unexpected. A small detail. A subtle interaction. A moment so easy to miss that many fans had to look twice. Suddenly, theories exploded across social media. What did it mean? Was it an inside message? A hidden promise? Or a clue about something much bigger coming next? The more people looked at the photo, the more questions appeared. And now, one simple family party has everyone wondering the same thing. What exactly did fans notice that changed everything? The photo continued spreading across social media at an unbelievable speed. What began as a simple family-themed gathering soon transformed into a topic that dominated fan communities around the world. Every corner of the image seemed to attract attention. Every expression, every posture, every small detail became the center of countless discussions. For many fans, the image felt different from anything they had seen in recent years. There was something unusually comforting about it. The atmosphere did not resemble a promotional shoot. It did not carry the energy of a major announcement or a highly produced campaign. Instead, it felt personal, quiet, almost like a glimpse into a moment that was never meant to become a worldwide conversation. That was exactly why people could not stop looking at it. As hours passed, millions continued sharing the image. Some fans focused on the smiles. Others paid attention to the way the members positioned themselves. Many noticed how natural everything appeared, as if the years of challenges, schedules, distance, and responsibilities had somehow faded away for a single evening. Yet the deeper fans looked, the more emotional the photo became. The image seemed to tell a story without saying a single word. A story about time. A story about growth. A story about people who had experienced extraordinary highs and difficult lows together, while somehow remaining connected through every chapter. Many longtime fans admitted the picture reminded them of earlier eras. Not because it recreated the past, but because it carried the same feeling they remembered years ago. The feeling of 7 people sharing a bond that could not easily be explained. That emotional reaction began spreading faster than any theory. Soon, comments appeared from fans who had followed BTS for years. Some spoke about how much had changed. Others reflected on how much had stayed exactly the same. For newer fans, the image became a symbol of unity. For older fans, it felt like the return of something they feared might never feel this strong again. Yet amid all the emotional reactions, the mystery surrounding the photo only continued growing. Several fan communities began comparing different versions of the image. Others revisited older photos from previous years. The goal was simple: to understand why this particular picture felt so powerful. Why did one image create such an intense response? Why were millions unable to scroll past it? And why did so many people feel that there was still something hidden beneath the surface? The answers never came easily. Instead, every attempt to solve the mystery seemed to create even more questions. As night turned into morning across different parts of the world, discussions reached new levels. Some believed the image represented a new beginning. Others thought it reflected the closing of a long chapter. A few fans suggested that the photo contained subtle clues pointing toward the future. No one could prove anything, but the uncertainty only made the story bigger. Meanwhile, the image continued collecting millions of views. News pages began covering the growing attention. Fan edits flooded social media timelines. Reaction videos appeared everywhere. And despite all the analysis, one fact remained unchanged. Nobody could fully explain why this particular gathering felt so different. Perhaps it was the warmth. Perhaps it was the timing. Or perhaps it was something much deeper that could only be understood by those who had witnessed the journey from the very beginning. Whatever the reason, the photograph had already accomplished something remarkable. It had united millions of people around a single moment, a single image, a single memory. And yet, Hidden beneath the smiles and the calm atmosphere, one lingering question refused to disappear. Because the more people examined the photo, the more they became convinced that the gathering was not simply about celebrating the present. It seemed connected to something else, something larger, something that had not been revealed yet. And if the growing speculation was correct, this unforgettable family gathering might eventually be remembered not as the end of the story, but as the first sign of a completely new chapter that nobody saw coming. The days that followed only intensified the mystery. What should have been remembered as a simple family gathering was now being analyzed from every possible angle. Fans continued revisiting the image, searching for answers hidden within what appeared to be an ordinary moment. Yet the more attention the photograph received, the less ordinary it seemed. There was an unmistakable feeling attached to it, a feeling that went beyond nostalgia, a feeling that something important was quietly unfolding. Across online communities, longtime supporters began sharing memories from different eras. Old photographs resurfaced. Historic moments were revisited. Milestones that once defined entire generations of fans suddenly became relevant again. The image had triggered something unexpected. It reminded people of how much time had passed. Years that once felt endless now seemed to have disappeared in an instant. The realization carried a surprising emotional weight. Many remembered watching dreams become reality. Many remembered celebrating achievements that once seemed impossible. Many remembered difficult moments when uncertainty surrounded the future. Yet somehow, through every chapter, the connection remained. That realization became one of the strongest reasons the photo continued spreading. It represented more than a reunion. It represented endurance. It represented loyalty. It represented a story that had survived every challenge placed in front of it. But even as emotions grew stronger, another question quietly emerged. Why now? Out of all the possible moments, why did this gathering happen at this particular time? The timing fascinated fans almost as much as the photograph itself. Nothing appeared accidental. The atmosphere felt intentional. The mood felt meaningful. Even the simplicity seemed carefully preserved. There were no dramatic announcements, no major headlines attached to the image, no obvious explanation. Yet somehow, that silence created even greater anticipation. Because silence often leaves room for imagination. And imagination was running wild. Theories expanded daily. Some believed the gathering marked the beginning of a long-awaited new era. Others suspected that plans had already been set into motion behind closed doors. A few even argued that the photograph itself was serving as a message. Not a direct message, not an official statement, but a reminder. A reminder that certain bonds remain unchanged regardless of time, distance, or circumstance. That interpretation resonated with millions. For a brief moment, fans stopped focusing on what might happen next and instead reflected on everything that had already happened. The years, the memories, the sacrifices, the victories, the moments that had connected people from different countries, cultures, and generations. Suddenly, the photograph felt larger than the individuals inside it. It became symbolic. A visual representation of a journey still continuing despite every obstacle encountered along the way. And yet, despite all the emotional interpretations, a strange detail remained impossible to ignore. The more people discussed the image, the more attention shifted toward what was not visible. Not what appeared in the frame, but what existed beyond it. Questions emerged about the hours before the photograph was taken. Questions emerged about the conversations that may have happened afterward. Questions emerged about what brought everyone together in the first place. Nobody had definitive answers. That uncertainty fueled another wave of curiosity. Speculation transformed into anticipation. Anticipation transformed into expectation. And expectation continued growing with every passing day. Industry observers started noticing the unusual reaction. Even people who normally ignored fan discussions became curious about why a single image was generating so much attention. The phenomenon was difficult to explain. There were no shocking revelations, no controversial headlines. building, one thought began appearing more frequently than any theory or analysis. What if this gathering was never meant to answer questions? What if its purpose was to create them? Because if that was true, then the photograph had succeeded beyond anyone's expectations. Millions were now paying attention. Millions were now waiting. And somewhere beyond the warmth of that family gathering, beyond the smiles and the memories, beyond the emotions that touched so many people around the world, there remained a future that had yet to reveal itself. A future that felt closer with every passing day. And when that future finally arrives, fans may look back at this seemingly simple family photo and realize that the biggest clue was never hidden in a detail, a gesture, or a glance. The biggest clue may have been the gathering itself. Because sometimes the most important moments do not announce their significance immediately. Sometimes they wait, quietly, patiently, until the world finally understands what it was really looking at all along. The anticipation refused to fade. If anything, it became stronger. Weeks after the photographs first appeared, people were still talking about it. New discussions emerged every day. Old theories continued evolving. What surprised many observers was not the image itself anymore, but the emotional effect it continued to have on millions of people long after it was first shared. Most viral moments disappeared quickly. This one did not. The photograph seemed to gain meaning over time. Each revisit revealed something different. For some, it was a reminder of friendship. For others, it was a reminder of perseverance. For many, it represented something far more personal. A connection to memories they never wanted to lose. That emotional attachment became impossible to ignore. Fans who had grown up alongside BTS began sharing stories from different stages of their lives. Some remembered discovering their music during difficult periods. Others remembered celebrating personal achievements while BTS songs played in the background. The memories were different. The emotions were similar. The photograph became a bridge connecting countless stories together. And perhaps that was why so many people found themselves returning to it again and again. Because they were not just looking at 7 of the